I was on this plane once, and the pilot comes on and gives a speech about, ladies and gentlemen, we're flying at about 35,000 feet. It's going to be a little bit bumpy, all that stuff. So he puts down the microphone, but he forgets to turn it off, and he's talking to his co-pilot, and he says, you know what I could use right now? A blowjob and a good cup of coffee. So the waitress, or stewardess rather, hears the microphone on and starts running to the cockpit. And I yell out, hey lady, you forgot the coffee.
Oh, wow. I didn't think that joke was that funny, though.
Oh. How do you know that was in a real life experience?
Because we just watched a movie with the joke in it.
How do you know they didn't steal that from me?
I don't believe you.
Okay.
Well, and it was told twice
Right.
in the same movie, except Robin Williams didn't do a good job with the... Yeah, anyway. We'll have to explain that in a little bit.
We'll get there when we get there.
Sorry about the noise, folks. I don't know what is outside the window.
Some construction.
It's really, really loud, so...
But Alana still wanted to do this, so I said, let's do it anyway.
Because I don't know when it's going to be over.
Yes, let's do it again. Jaylo.
I never liked that song.
It's not my favorite.
I think that's by TLC, isn't it?
I think it's a song from the 70s. They may have remade it, though.
Okay. I remember hearing that song from TLC, and I didn't really care for it.
Interesting.
Yes.
Babes.
Yeah?
You got up kind of late this morning.
I did, because I woke up at 3.
We both did.
Yeah, because I had to go to the bathroom, and I was sleeping pretty soundly until then, after I was able to go to sleep, and then I woke up because I thought maybe you were not feeling good or something, I don't know, and then I had to go to the bathroom, and then I went back to sleep after, I think, like, close to 4.
Yeah, I should probably explain that I am now pretty much convinced that these growths that I have all over my neck and the upper part of my shoulder are from the poison ivy.
Yeah.
Or some sort of plant thing that I must have come in contact with this week. I'm assuming when I was walking on Thursday to get some stuff for the cooking show.
Right.
Yeah. So, as a result, I was in a little bit of pain last night, got up, and had taken some ice and was holding it to my neck when you came out of the bedroom. I was like, oh, there's Jaylo. What's she doing up?
Yeah, well, I had to go to the bathroom, and that was a good excuse for me to figure out what was going on here.
Mm-hmm.
What gave you that conclusion for all of our viewers here? What gave you the conclusion that it may not have been bug bites?
Just reading about it online,
Mm-hmm.
the effects of poison ivy.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the timing was a little bit strange of when it started because it felt like it was just the back of my ear.
Mm-hmm.
And then I felt it on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Which was kind of strange. And according to what I've read, who knows how much of it is true, that poison ivy will get into your system and it'll sometimes take a little while to manifest. Like you might see symptoms at first and then it'll begin to grow.
Right.
Yeah. And also I tried some of the treatment that they recommend for home remedies, which is basically combining water with baking soda and applying it to the area. And that seemed to help somewhat.
Yeah, you said that it helped a lot.
Yeah. And I have a ton of baking soda at home.
And then you put ice on there too, which would probably help soothe it.
This morning, I wasn't sure if this was going to work, but I got into the shower, and as you know, I like my showers to be pretty hot. Like, I almost always turn your knob to the full hot setting. Yes.
Wow.
Yes, I like it that hot.
I do like it hot, but not that hot.
Mm-hmm. And
I was like searing skin hot. Okay.
Yeah, I like it hot.
Okay.
So I was thinking, I'll run it under for a second. Well, actually, no, that's a little bit of a lie. First, what happened was I go into the shower, and it's set to medium, because I think that's probably how you like it, and you showered after me yesterday.
Actually, no, I didn't. I have to turn it back to where it is.
Oh, interesting. Well, I don't know why then, but it was set to medium.
Okay.
And I run my neck under there for a second. It felt really, really good. But I turned it to hot like I like it.
Yeah.
And put my neck under there, and I'm like, I don't know if this is going to work, but it felt really, really good. So I was in this shower for a little bit extra than usual, extra time.
Yeah.
Because I was just holding my neck under the whatchamacallit?
The water.
The nozzle.
The nozzle.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. I think I might even take a shower as soon as I get home just to keep my neck under there.
Do you have like do they recommend compresses, like hot compresses?
They recommend cold compresses.
Cold compresses, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you kind of saw how things went because during the second movie last night, which we'll get to when we get to, I had to get up, which you know me, I rarely get up in the middle of a movie.
Right, but this was different because, well, we'll have to get to the movie, but it was different.
I think even if it was a movie that let's say we had watched Good Will Hunting second, I still might have had to have gotten up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I went over, got some ice, came back here and just held it to my neck.
Yeah.
But it took a while.
It was a little bit intense, huh?
To cool down my neck.
Right, because you said, oh, wow, it's still warm.
After a couple minutes.
Right.
It was still warm.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
So that was interesting, babes.
Did you put any aloe on?
I did, not this morning, but I did yesterday. Oddly enough, babes, I found that the baking soda and the ice were more helpful than the aloe vera.
Interesting.
Yeah, like the aloe vera was a little bit helpful, but it wasn't as effective as I expected it to be.
Wow.
It is with other things, though.
Yeah, it is with a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially blisters.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, wow. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, and I felt really bad because I was like, oh no, there was swelling, you know.
Yeah, because you felt it.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my goodness, they're huge.
And it's still kind of hard for me to turn my neck to the left.
Oh.
But, listen, it's probably going to go away. I'm not dying from it, hopefully.
No, well, yeah.
Famous last words.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think so. I mean, if it's not spreading throughout your whole body, I think.
No.
You know.
I doubt it is.
Yeah.
It's just on my neck, shoulder, and a little bit on the top of my head. I got a weird bump.
Yeah.
Yes.
But eventually they will go down and they will dry up and it'll get out of your system.
Sounds like something you would say about a hooker. Eventually they will go down.
And no.
No, go ahead. What were you about to say?
What did you read anything about how long it's in your system for?
It varies, but one estimate I heard said 3 weeks.
Really?
But I'm going to be treating it pretty much every day. So.
Okay. So you could start feeling better by the next week.
Yeah, and for real, I already feel better than I did last night.
Okay.
Because you know how I was.
Oh, yeah.
Last night I think was the worst of it.
I felt really bad.
I know.
I was like, wow, I was thinking, something's not good. Yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't the end of the world either. It sucked, but it wasn't like, oh, I need to go to the emergency room or anything.
Yeah, at least you didn't, get it caught somewhere else that it shouldn't have been.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to dry hump a piece of poison ivy or anything.
Ew.
Didn't you say you knew a girl who...
No, I didn't know her. I read about this. So I used to read 17 magazine when I was a teen.
Mm-hmm.
I told you about this. I read a lot of really funny, embarrassing articles that happened to girls. And this girl goes camping with her family, and she forgets stuff because she forgets like feminine stuff because she was on her period. She started her period, and she found a leaf thinking it was going to be a good substitution, and she realized not that long after that it was poison ivy.
Oh, that's way worse.
That's horrible.
I mean, this is giving me a couple of bad nights, but I'll live.
That's horrible. You should never, ever, ever use leaves in that area.
Especially if you're a kid, too. You're only a teenager.
I don't know how old. I forgot how old she was, but I'm like, oh, that is so sad.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's funny, but it's really, really sad, and it sounds painful.
I wonder how much of that stuff is real as opposed to weird people just writing in fake stories too.
Some of them sounded real to me, and
I'm sure
some of them were funny stories.
Yeah.
But it sounded real to me.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, here's another story that was kind of funny but gross a little bit. This one girl goes into the store and she's looking for a bathing suit, but she really has to pee But she finds a bathing suit. She tries it on, and then she accidentally pees a little bit in the bathing suit. She has to wear it home.
Ouch.
She has to buy it and wear it home. I'm like, oh, that's embarrassing.
I never got into 17 magazine. Probably because I'm a dude.
Yeah, it's for girls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We did a reading hour yesterday.
Yes, we did.
And I've kind of given up on the book I was telling you about yesterday.
Yeah, because you said it seemed really boring.
To me. Other people probably really enjoy the book, but I just wasn't in the right frame of mind.
Yeah.
So I started reading a book about Stanley Kubrick, but it was looking at his life through the films that he made. I haven't finished it yet, but I'm near the end. They're talking about Eyes Wide Shut, which was his last movie.
Yeah, I heard it was really good.
I need to watch that. I think I seen it, but I might have been on something at the time.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Just like my devil.
What?
No, just joking, babes.
Yeah,
We might want to watch that at some point.
Yeah. Yeah. Stanley Kubrick.
Yes. Did Doctor Strangelove, Lolita.
Oh, did he really?
Yep, Paths of Glory. He did a movie that I really enjoy, Full Metal Jacket.
Wow, and Lolita was the one with Jeremy Irons, right?
No, well, yes, but no. That was a remake, and Stanley Kubrick did the original one, which came out in 1962.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. That's really controversial, even for 1962.
I don't even think the characters kissed in the original. I remember hearing that when they did the one with Jeremy Irons and Dominic Swain.
And Dominic Swain?
Yeah.
The 1962 one?
No, that was the one that came out in 1997.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Dominic Swain, I believe, also played John Travolta's daughter in Face Off.
Okay.
Which is, a movie. It's not the best movie, but that's a fun film.
Okay.
You've seen that, right?
I don't know if I did or not. I know I heard good things about it. I heard of Face Off, and I also heard of Set It Off.
You've seen Set It Off, haven't you?
I don't remember. I liked.
We might have to change.
I liked one of the songs in Set It Off,
What's It Gonna Be?
What's It Gonna Be? Yeah. It's a good song.
Yeah. I went to see that with my grandfather and my grandmother, and they both really liked it. Too.
It's the one with Queen Latifah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a good movie. It's not the best film ever made, but it's very enjoyable.
It's about those girls that are like bank robbers, right?
They plan a bank heist, yes.
They're in a bank heist, and yeah.
I liked it.
But What's It Gonna Be is a great song.
Yeah. Have you seen Dead Presidents? You haven't seen that, right?
What was that one about? I'm trying to remember.
That's about these guys in the 70s, and I believe they do a bank heist as well.
No, I haven't.
We might have to do a bank heist weekend.
Oh, jeez.
Or not.
Yeah, come up with weird themes. You're like a bank heist weekend, an oppression weekend.
Or we could do an off weekend with all movies with the word off in the title.
I will think about it.
Yes.
I can't make any promises.
No, but I think you'd like Set It Off and Dead Presidents. I think you'd like Face Off too. It's not the best movie, but for an action movie of that era, it's pretty good.
And I'm not really an action movie person either.
Yeah.
Because it's so visual.
There's very few action movies that I want to show you, but one that stands out to me that we have to watch sometime is The Matrix, because it's not your standard action movie.
I did see that.
I thought you told me that you never watched The Matrix.
I never said that.
Oh, you did see it.
I think I did see that.
You think you did?
I didn't see the second one.
I never saw the second one. I've heard it sucks. They are doing a fourth one that's supposed to come out later this year. I don't know, but the first one is brilliant.
I believe I did see the first one, but I think I saw parts of it.
But you haven't seen it from beginning to end.
I don't remember.
See, we got to watch it from start to finish.
Oh my goodness.
That is maybe the best action movie ever made.
Yeah, and I'm not really. I mean, there's some action movies that I did enjoy because I was able, I was able to get somewhat of a description.
Mm-hmm.
Like Gangs of New York by Martin Scorsese.
Yeah. Was
very good, but also very bloody. But it was good.
No, but The Matrix is not your typical action movie. It's the gold standard.
Okay.
You know what I saw during the pandemic, babes. It was when Jamie Lee Curtis was doing those movie nights on YouTube.
Oh, you mean with Lionsgate?
Yes.
Yeah.
They showed John Wick, the first one.
Yeah, you told me about that one.
Yeah, and I never had any desire to see it, and I watched the first one, and it's
you know, it was really good.
Yeah, it's one of those action movies, so it has some dumb stuff in it, but I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I know. You said you really liked it. You're like, wow, I was really surprised. I really liked it.
I was surprised. That was very well done for an action movie.
Who played the main character?
That was Keanu Reeves, who also played Neo in The Matrix.
Ah.
Yes, and of course he was in Bill and Ted.
Yes. Have you ever seen A Walk in the Clouds?
Is that the one where he meets the girl who's pregnant on the train?
Victoria, yep.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to like it.
That was a good movie.
And it was pretty good.
Yeah, and then her family makes wine with the grapes.
And the dad is, I think, Anthony Quinn, and he likes Keanu Reeves because he has a lot of chocolate.
Yes.
That was a pretty good movie.
Yes.
And it had the sad ending, too.
Yeah, it did. And yeah, but that was a really good movie.
He's underrated, I think.
Yes.
I really enjoy Keanu Reeves. Not everything he's done. He's done a lot of terrible movies, but he's done some good ones.
I did enjoy the Bill and Ted movies. I think I saw at least one of them.
You haven't seen both of them?
I
guess there's 3 of them now.
I may have seen both of them.
The second one is not that good. I haven't seen the third one, but the first one is just, it's a kid's movie, but it's a fun one.
It is a fun one.
Yeah.
I do remember the Bill and Ted cartoons too.
There's some other movie where he plays a baseball coach that came out in the early 2000s for this inner city school. That I don't remember the name of it, but that was really good. And then he was in a romantic comedy called Sweet November. Did you see that one?
I did not.
Was he
in Little Giants stuff?
I don't know what that is.
Little Giants. Well, actually, no. The Little Giants was I think it was about a baseball team, and one of the people on one of the teams was a girl, and she was kind of tomboyish, but she had a really, really big crush on one of her teammates. I
don't remember. I only saw the baseball movie he did once. It's possible that's it. Sweet November is good, though. He's like this business guy who's really into, having a 9-to-5, and this hippie invades his life, and he falls in love with her, and then she dies from cancer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's fun.
Okay.
Yes.
There is a song called Sweet November, but that came out in the early 90s.
Yeah, the movie he was in, I think, was 2002, I want to say. I could have the dates wrong.
Okay.
Because I'm not perfect.
No. Well, no. We're not perfect.
No. But he's good. I like Keanu Reeves. And he's had a very interesting life.
Wasn't he born in Hawaii or something? Or
I don't know about that. But I'd like to...
Or Japan or something?
I'd like to hang out with him for an hour or two. Get inside of his head.
He doesn't seem like a pretentious person.
No, he doesn't.
He seems like he's actually down to earth. At least it seems like to me, anyway.
Yes. And you've seen Speed, right?
Of course. Who hasn't?
Okay, good.
Who hasn't seen Speed? That's a scary movie.
Again, it's a dumb action movie, but it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
I mean, what are the odds of being on a bus with a bomb underneath it?
Right, but it's good. And Dennis Hopper is good in it. So is Jeff Daniels and Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock.
That is such a crazy... because we saw, True Romance with Dennis Hopper, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, I remember when he died.
Yeah, those two movies, Speed and True Romance, came out the same year.
Oh, wow.
94.
Oh.
I think it's the best year in filmmaking. But you already know that.
Yes.
A lot of that, too, could be because that's the year I really became a fan of movies. Like, I enjoyed movies before then, don't get me wrong, but I became a diehard movie person that year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that before the film fever thing?
That was a couple years before Film Fever, babes.
Oh, alright. When you told me the story, I had to chuckle with it. I thought it was kind of funny.
Thank you, babes.
And cute, also.
Oh, thank you, babe.
And a little dorky.
I was in high school. How could that be cute?
Film fever forever, really?
Oh. Listen, I was just trying to get some attention.
I thought it was funny.
And I was a weirdo who didn't have the best upbringing.
It was very cute, though.
Thank you, babes.
The things we do when we're kids.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. How is your book going?
It's getting really good. It's getting really, really good. Buck is trying to get the story out, and he is trying to hide the fact that he was trying to rescue Rabbi Sion Ben Judah, because, like I said, he's on the run because he is a murder suspect in his family's murder, but he didn't do it. And they're trying to find him out because he begrudgingly works for Nikolai Carpathia because he's a part of the Global Community Weekly, which Global Community is the name of the one world government that Carpathia is trying to start. So CNN is now CNN GCN, which is CNN Global Community, and everything is Global Community. So everyone in the world is subjected to like global community news and global community papers and stuff like that. So he's trying to do that, and then he was interviewing the former Pope, Peter Matthews, and he's turned against the Catholic Church and religion, and he's trying to report on both sides as to what people think about the disappearances, and it's getting really good. I like it a lot.
I'm glad you're liking it, babes.
It's really good, yes.
Yes. Good.
Good.
Good, Jaylo. Good.
Good, Bubba. Good.
Good, Jaylo. Good.
Yes.
We had a good dinner last night.
Yes.
Panda Express.
Now, what did you have?
I don't even remember. I had basically the same thing you had, except you had fried rice and I got steamed rice.
Yes.
What did you have?
I had the orange chicken, of course.
I had that too.
And I had the sesame chicken.
Oh, I also had that.
And I had the teriyaki chicken, which I didn't
You know what?
eat.
I had that as well.
Oh my goodness, we never had the same thing almost.
I know.
Except I got chow mein and fried rice.
Yes.
But I wanted to treat us because yesterday was our anniversary and it was a very, very nice day.
It was.
And then we watched some movies, and then in between those two movies, we had some cake and ice cream, and they went really well together.
It did.
I'm actually glad that we didn't have it with the apple pie, but because I think it would have been a little too sweet.
You might be right.
Yeah. I think if we wanted to have like apple pie a la mode, I think we should use like a French vanilla ice cream. So if I would have known that beforehand, I would have gotten it. But
maybe next time, though.
Maybe next time.
Yes.
But it was good.
It was good.
Amazing.
And I was again amazed at how much food I eat compared to you, because you were struggling and didn't even finish your meal. The Panda
I didn't.
Express.
I'm not even halfway done yet.
And I just like inhaled that thing.
And I'm like, you don't have to eat the whole thing. You could eat some later. And I'm like, well, I am a dude. I eat a lot. And I'm like, I understand.
So I was reading the Orson Welles book a couple of days ago, like I told you.
Uh-huh.
And I think I said Rita Moreno met some famous actress, but it might have been Rita Hayworth. I got to reread that part again.
Okay. But
in any event, the premise is that Orson Welles meets with a friend of his at this famous restaurant, and they eat. And at one point in the book, Orson has his friend order like beef something so he can smell it, because Orson's doctor has said you have to start eating better because you're in your 70s and you're overweight, and that is not a good combination. So he orders like
you gotta take care of your heart.
A salad or something. And then his friend learns that Orson would go up to his hotel, wherever he was staying, and order like 3 turkeys,
Whoa.
6 desserts,
Wow.
bunch of baked potatoes for the evening.
Whoa.
Yeah, he was a big guy.
That's crazy.
It is.
I can't, well, I mean, because it's like, when I eat, sometimes I like to savor my food because I know how I feel like when I rush and, like, inhale everything I'm eating.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know how that feels like. I've done both things. And I wanted to savor it, and I'm like, well, maybe I should save this for tomorrow because I'm pretty full and I want to have room for cake and ice cream.
I need to become better at savoring. You're really good at it.
I'm trying, but I know what it's like to, eat really fast, and I hate how I feel after I eat really fast.
Mm.
But sometimes if you're super hungry, it's like you don't even think about it. It's like,
Yeah, like last night my stomach felt fine, and it feels all right today too.
Oh,
so.
good. And sometimes it happens to me, but I'm like, sometimes I notice that when I talk while I'm eating, I end up not eating as much.
Mm.
I can do that, but if I'm eating like a big meal, it's like I can't talk until I'm almost done or done.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get better at savoring food because you want to savor it. You don't want to like eat it and not know how good it really was, or maybe you do know how good it was, but you just like shoveled it in your mouth and it's gone. You pretty much scarfed it down.
Mm-hmm.
Because I knew a guy that was just like that, and I know several people that are like that, not just guys. And I'm like, wow, you're done? I'm not even close.
You're dating a guy who's gonna like that.
Yeah. Well, I won't mention his name, but my former landlord was not a big guy either. And he was so quick, and I think the reason why is because he'll grab something really early in the morning because he's a nurse. And he has to leave by 4 to get to the hospital. And he just eats something really quick and then goes, and I'm like, wow, he just scarfed it down. And then me and his wife, we'll be there, and we're like, is he done already? And she's like, yeah, he's that quick. I'm like, where's it all go?
Oh.
But I'm trying to learn how to get better at savoring stuff, because I want to taste it. I want to taste it, and I want to enjoy it, and I don't want to rush so much that I don't feel good afterwards, and then so.
That's a really good point.
Yes. But I'm not going to be like one of those people that says, you have to chew 21 times. And I'm like, no.
You got to have, what's that thing they say? Everything in moderation, including moderation.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think the idea is to taste it and enjoy it until there's no more.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can say, I really enjoyed that meal.
Yeah, you're not one of those people who goes to restaurants and takes like several hours to finish a meal.
No, not like that. No.
I've known a few people like that, and that's always really weird.
Oh, you mean like they won't finish it for like 2 hours?
Yes. I went to a restaurant once with somebody, Babes, and I think we were at 6 hours it took her to finish the meal. This was not a date, by the way.
Oh,
this was somebody this was a friend of my mom's.
6 hours?
Yeah. And
what was she doing in between those 6 hours besides talking?
At one point, my mom and I get up because we just needed to move our legs.
Uh-huh.
And we say, okay, we got to go down to the photo shop to grab something because it was nearby. And we just walked around, and both of us were saying, how long are we going to be here for? She was a super nice lady, by the way.
Did she order a big meal?
It was no bigger than the ones my mom and I got.
Wow, because, number one, I wouldn't order like a huge meal if I knew that I wasn't going to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
And number two, if I'm hungry, I'm going to eat it right away, and most likely, if I could, I would talk during the meal, but usually if it's that good, I can't talk.
Yeah.
And I have to finish it. Because if I don't finish it, I never will finish it. Or I'll take it home. Yeah, that's crazy.
Very nice lady, but it
took her forever to eat.
It took like 6 hours.
6 hours. Were you at? I'm guessing you guys were at a diner, right?
Some sort of diner, yes.
Wow, no, it would take me. I mean, and if I couldn't finish it, I would share it, or I would just take it home. I mean, it's just as simple as that.
Yeah, that was a bizarre evening.
No, I'm not that kind of. I'm not going to keep you at a restaurant for 6 hours.
No.
I mean, I was probably done with my food before you, and you finished all of it when we went to Red Robin, right?
Yeah, we might have finished around the same time. Maybe you did finish before me.
I think I took my thing home.
Yeah, because that's when my friend took us out there.
Right. Did I take it home?
I don't remember, to be honest, if you did or not.
Oh no, I don't think I did. I don't remember. Because I did order another thing from Red Robin on that same weekend.
Oh, that's right. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, I think I didn't take it home. I was done with whatever I had.
Yes.
Because it was good.
It was.
Yes, I thought that was very nice.
It was.
Yes.
Yes.
So anyway, no, I'm not the kind of person that will make somebody wait there for 6 hours. That's terrible.
She wasn't doing it to be mean. It was just
No.
her way of, operating.
Is that the first time you guys ate with her?
My mom had been friends with her for a number of years.
Is she the one from the South?
No. That lady's super cool.
Okay.
And not to say that this lady wasn't. She was just different.
Okay.
No. But my mom had known her for, I don't even know how long at that point. Maybe 10 years. Maybe a few years less. Maybe 7 or 8. So my mom had spent time with her and gone out with her. But this was the first time I had gone out with her to eat.
Wow.
So this was when I was living in Hawaii. She comes to visit, and my mom says, well, you should come out to dinner with us.
Mm-hmm.
And I did. Not knowing that it was going to be all night. This was probably 2003.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to guess around this time of year, too. No,
Wow.
This would have been around June of 2003. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It is.
That's a long. That seems like yesterday, but it was a long time ago.
I know, time flies by.
I can't believe how simple the early 2000s were, and how naive I was, and how what used to matter back then doesn't matter to me anymore.
Everybody and their mom says this, so this isn't by no means an original thought.
Okay.
But I really, really, really wish I knew then what I know now.
I know. I wish I was a much smarter 23-year-old.
Yeah, I know one person who doesn't say that.
Who?
I'm not going to say their names, but they are my female friend, the one who's really intelligent.
Yes.
Because we were talking on the phone one day, and she was telling me about her life, and I said, well, don't you wish you knew, now? Don't you wish you knew what when you were 20, don't you wish you knew what...
Knew then what you know now.
Yeah, all that stuff. And she said, well, no, because my life would be completely different. She's like, I wouldn't have you in my life. I wouldn't have most of the other friends I know. So no, I don't wish that. Because I wouldn't be me.
That's interesting.
Well, here's an interesting question. Let's go a little bit deep with this, babe.
Okay.
By the way, I love my friends.
Yeah.
And I don't completely disagree with her, but I don't completely agree with her either.
Yeah.
So my question is to you.
Uh-huh.
Do you think that her view is kind of the way like God looks at it? Like, yeah, we made these mistakes and we could have done better, but there's a reason behind our mistakes.
Of course.
Okay.
I think that we have choices. We have choices, whether they're good or bad choices, and they also come with consequences. But the only thing you can do now is to, you can't go back and fix it, but you can move forward and do things differently.
Yeah. And the thing I keep coming to is if I had the opportunity to go back and fix my mistakes, and this is something I've been thinking about a lot during the past week
Yeah.
because I read that book Replay.
Yeah.
But I've always, to keep it real, I've thought about this stuff a lot even before that,
Right. Yeah.
But I would absolutely go back and fix a lot of my mistakes. The question then becomes, how would that affect the universe or our world if I did that, right?
Huh.
So maybe my life would be better, but maybe the people around me would have not so great a time if I were to correct things.
Right.
You know?
Or it would just yeah, you're right. Or it would be bad for you.
Yeah.
You know, like I mean, I think about that too. Like if things were different and I never met you, or I didn't know these people, or I didn't live in this state, um, you know, how would it have been if I was I thought differently at 23 or 21? Because at 21, I mean, I have to admit, I thought I knew everything and I didn't know everything.
Yeah, by the way, that's most 21-year-olds.
Yeah, I thought I did, but I was so wrong. I was, you know, there were things that I think I should have known prior to being 21, but there were things that I'm still learning about at 41. So I think I think we are all, even as we grow older, we're always learning, we're always growing.
Yeah.
It never ends.
Unless, of course, you have a mental illness or something. But right. I hear what you're saying. I keep going back to that song. I think it's called "Don't Forget the Sunscreen."
Oh, it's everybody's free to wear sunscreen.
Yes, and that thing he says, and of course I'm the king of butchering quotes. So, but it's something to the effect of, "Don't be ashamed if you don't know what you want to do with your life. Some of the most interesting people I know at 40 still don't know what they want to do with their life."
You know, it's very encouraging because sometimes I think about that and I'm like, I feel really inadequate compared to some people. And I'm already, you know, here I am, and I'm thinking, well, what direction am I supposed to go? Because as we talked about, as I've talked to you about feeling like I'm in a plateau, and I know that this isn't going to last forever, but it just feels a little bit, you know, like I'm still in limbo. And I'm sure we all have felt like that at some point in our lives.
I feel like that a lot.
Yeah. But I've always been the kind of person where I can learn how to adapt and feel content for the time being, even if it's not going the way I want to. I mean, you kind of have to do that.
There's an idea that I've been thinking about recently.
Yeah.
So you're a woman. Last time I checked.
So.
Yes.
Last time I checked.
But you know that thing where they tell guys, hey, it's cool to be into a girl, but don't devote your life to her because that's not ultimately going to work out. Things are going to go awry. So yeah, be into a girl. Let her know that you want to be with her, but also have other stuff going on with you, right? Okay. And I think that's real. By the way, that's awesome advice. And I made it very simplistic here. But here's the thought that's been coming up with me recently. You know how I chase these creative things?
Yes.
I thought the other day, if my creative goals were women, I would look like a complete sap. Because when I have a creative idea that I decide to go after, I put as much of my energy into it and have this narrow focus.
Okay.
And I wonder if the universe in some way, or God, however you want to phrase it, looks at me like, oh, you're too desperate to have this. It's one thing to say that you're into it, and you should show up, but you should also leave some breathing room for God or whatever to work their magic, and not just put your full attention on a creative goal.
So meaning, so when you're talking about a devotion to a woman, right?
Yeah.
Any, like, you know, even if we weren't together, right?
So,
are you talking about like spending every single waking minute with this person?
Yeah, so let me give you an example from us, actually.
Okay.
When we were in the phases of kind of getting together and before it was official, I'm not going to say any names, so don't worry about that. But there were a couple other people interested in you. And
Uh-huh.
I kind of let you know. I said, hey, I know that there are other guys into you, and that's cool. I really, really want to be with you, but it's not going to ruin my life if you go with somebody else. And, so I wasn't calling you every single day and asking you about your whereabouts or
Right.
bad mouthing anybody else who is into you
Right.
because I didn't want
Right.
to be that guy. And I
Uh-huh.
think I don't know, but something tells me that not doing that stuff helped me get you because I didn't have to reduce myself to that level.
Well, I will say this. I will say this. If you acted like a complete jealous fool,
Yeah,
you wouldn't have gotten within an inch of me. I can tell you
exactly.
that. I can tell you that right now. I would have been like, I'm not coming over to your house. Don't ever call me anymore. You're a psycho.
Right.
And I was still trying to figure out. Well, and that left me room to figure out. Okay, do I want to be with you, or are these other guys worth it? And I realized that they weren't worth it because they've got a lot of baggage.
Yeah, and it's not to say that I don't have baggage,
Yeah.
right? It's just a different form.
Right,
But
and also too because they were not the present the guy how should I say this? They weren't even in the state.
yeah,
And then the other one, you know, I was just getting over a breakup too, so
yeah.
you know.
And here's the thing too. So I wasn't constantly asking you about your whereabouts. I wasn't bad mouthing these other guys. I wasn't doing any of that stuff. I wasn't telling you you have to spend every moment with me. But
Uh-huh.
I did show up. I made it clear that I was interested in you. When we would spend time together, I would give you my focus and I would allow you your free time. Now, when it
Yeah.
comes to artistic endeavors,
Yes.
oftentimes I'm the exact opposite. I'm the
Mm-hmm.
guy who obsesses over a project. I'm the guy who can't go 5 minutes without thinking, well, what if I did this a little bit better? I'm the guy who devotes all of my time to it. I'm the guy who's constantly asking myself what I can do better.
Right.
Like constantly.
Yeah.
Instead of like just checking in with myself once or twice a day, I'm
Mm-hmm.
always on that edge. So I'm not a jealous person when it comes to dating, but maybe I'm the artistic equivalent of a jealous person, and maybe that's hindered me in some ways.
Huh.
I don't know. It's something I've been playing with.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of the opposite, and I'm trying to figure out, well, what, because I don't know what direction I'm going. I feel less motivated, and I I either need to get into a routine or figure out why I'm not so motivated, and I'm trying to figure out what motivates me. So it's kind of the opposite of what you're going through.
Yeah. Yeah.
And collaborating with someone could possibly motivate me too.
Mhm.
I mean, this is a good outlet to talk about it because I don't know a lot of people that are struggling like the both of us are.
Yeah. And when I collaborate with somebody artistically,
Mm-hmm.
I want to know everything that's going in their head.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's when I was asking you out, when we were kind of going over that idea, I wasn't constantly asking you, what are you thinking about right now? What are you writing down about right now? But I do that with collaborators.
Yeah.
Because I kind of think when you're doing an artistic thing together, you want to be on the same wavelength.
Oh, I would agree.
And so maybe I push a little
agree.
bit too hard in some ways.
I would agree because, you want to know if the person's going to work well with you.
Mhm.
And if they're not going to show up, it's like, well, what's the point of working with you?
But it's even more than that. It's also, can I work well with this person?
Uh-huh, exactly.
And so maybe I need to take some advice from dating Rick and loosen the reins a little bit. Still make it clear that I want these artistic endeavors to happen, but, give a little bit more space, if that makes any sense.
Right.
Yeah.
But I am glad that you allowed me to have that breathing room because I was really confused.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, were these other people worth it, or were they just people that wanted a piece of me because that's just what they wanted?
Yeah.
And I realized that you were worth it and they were not.
Yeah.
They were not the type of person I wanted.
And by the way, just to clarify, there's nothing wrong with somebody just wanting a piece of somebody if both parties consent to it, right?
Well, I didn't want that.
Yeah, but if that's not your jam, then
yeah,
it's the wrong environment for you.
It's not, and I thought they had a lot of baggage, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, I want someone that actually wants to be here with me and for me, and that I can be there for them, and that we can go through this together, and we don't have. Well, everybody has somewhat of a baggage going into a relationship, but I mean, I don't have any children. I never got married, so I don't have that hanging over my head, and I can give my time to somebody freely, and not have to worry about crazy exes trying to ruin my life. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
But anyway, yeah, I didn't even think about that until you just mentioned it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something I've been thinking about.
Interesting. Well, when I was thinking, when you said like knowing what you know now,
mm-hmm.
right? I was thinking about not necessarily changing things about my past, but knowledge. Like I feel like I'm a little more mature. I'm more mature now, of course, than I was 20 years ago, because things were simple back then, and like I said, I thought I knew everything, but I didn't know everything. And my wisdom has increased, I would hope, and I wish that I was a much smarter 21-year-old.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The thing that I think about is, obviously, if I knew everything that I know now when I was 20, I'd have a lot more sex. But beyond that,
you know what?
I'd also be a much better friend.
You know what I also thought the other day? I was chatting with this guy on the line I told you about.
Yeah.
And this was a long time ago. I think I might have been like 25, 26.
Mm-hmm.
And he said something I'll never forget. He said, women are a lot more beautiful by the time that they're in their mid to late 30s.
I think that's a personal preference.
But no, I think what he was trying to say, if you would have let me finish.
I wouldn't, but go ahead.
I don't think it was a personal preference. I think he was trying to say that they seem a lot more mature, because when you're in your early to mid 20s, you're kind of
that I will say
trying to find your own way, and you don't know what you want yet.
Yes.
But if you're in your 30s to 40s, you're getting hopefully get a little bit more mature, and you know what kind of a guy you want, and you know what you want you have an idea about what you want in your future, even if you don't know what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, that's really interesting. I never thought of that before, because I was, and I was not planning to meet this guy. He was actually very nice, and I never met him, but I really thought about that. I'm like, that's really interesting. I didn't realize that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because women are very insecure about a lot of things, not just their physicalities, but if they're adequate, what people will think about them in whatever field they want to get into, if a guy wants to be with them, and it was encouraging to hear that, I think. If that makes any sense.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, I would have been a better friend and,
right.
all that stuff. And gotten laid more. And made more money.
Oh my goodness.
But
it's not all there is to life,
that wasn't the path that God wanted for me. What?
Ay.
I love you, babes.
I love you.
Give me a kiss now.
Okay. What am I going to do with this one?
I don't know, babes.
I don't know either.
Yes. Did I talk here about my question about rich people that I had after reading Replay?
No, I don't think so.
About, I wonder if there were any dictators who read that book and then were so rich and powerful that they tried to like reconstruct their childhood home and hired people to play their parents and reenact portions of their life.
I commented. I said, "Wouldn't that be a funny show?"
Yes.
I think that would be a hit because you could get like different celebrities or maybe a dictator from another country. I don't know if they would want to do that because the cameras would have to go in there and film it, or maybe they could get a celebrity to play a parody of a dictator and recreate their life with different characters. I think that would be hilarious.
I'm sure there's got to be some rich person who did that at one point in history. Right?
I think that would be so fun.
Mm-hmm.
That would be funny to see.
It'd be funny to see, but it was probably hell on people who would actually have to do that.
Yeah, you gotta be the friend that dumps me, or you
gotta be the girlfriend who dumped me, but I get to win her back because we're pretending that never happened, and this is my chance to relive this experience. And then in the middle of it, he recasts. I don't know.
Right. I think that'd be kind of funny, though.
Yeah. Yes.
Or, like, if a guy had a relationship and the girl thought it was going somewhere, but he really didn't think it was going anywhere, and the girl's pressuring him, and he has to reenact it over again.
That would be interesting, babes.
I know.
Yes.
Yes.
Is there anything else you wanted to talk about before we get to the films?
I don't think so. This is a really interesting conversation that we're talking about. Yeah.
100% agree.
Yes.
The first movie we watched is called Good Will Hunting.
Good Will Hunting.
And I saw it when it was released in the movie theater in 97. Back then, movies played a lot longer because, well, at least here in Portland, we had like the $1.50 theaters.
Oh, wow.
By then, I think you had to pay $1.50 to see the double showing
of
second-run movies. So I think I saw it between like December of 97 and April of 98, maybe 4 times in the movie theater, maybe 5.
Mm-hmm.
And it resonated with me a lot back then because I was going through school, I wasn't the best student, and all that stuff. So now let's get to the actual movie. Mm-hmm. Do you mind if I give the recap?
Of course not. You're the one who saw it before me, so go on.
I want to say first, though, that this is one of those movies when we were watching last night, it was very, very, very hard for me not to quote lines from it.
And you did that this morning.
Did I?
Yes.
No, well, I don't regret not going to some stupid game.
We were eating cake and I was like...
We talked about the baseball scene.
Are we going to talk about this the whole time?
Told my friends, I put my ticket on the table and I said, I got to go see about a girl. And they let you? Oh, they knew in my eyes I was serious.
They knew in my eyes I was serious.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but no, yeah, anyway.
Yeah. I don't care if Helen of Troy
All right. Go on to the movie.
Okay. The movie is not really about baseball.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Starts out, Matt Damon plays a young man named Will Hunting, who has had a troubled past, been in the foster care system, been in juvenile hall.
Yeah.
Homes.
Yeah, that was...
Hey, I know you from Juvie.
Yeah, I know you from Juvie. Yeah, hey, how you doing? That's kind of funny.
Yes. And now he works as a janitor at MIT.
Which is a very strange thing, but yes.
They have janitors there.
No, but I mean, anyway, go on.
Yeah.
It was strange for him to do that.
And there is a math professor named Jerry Marlowe.
Marlowe?
Was that his last name?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know.
That might not have been his last name.
I think his name was we just referred to him as Jerry.
Okay. He puts up this complex math problem in the hall and says, anybody who can solve this math problem is a genius. And, you're going to get extra brownie points if you get this right. Mm-hmm. Matt Damon solves a problem. They don't know who does it at first. And they're all confused and excited. And Jerry decides that he has to put up another more difficult math problem that took him 2 years to figure out the answer to. He walks by one day and he sees Matt Damon scribbling something on the board in the hallway, solving the math problem. Tries to confront him. Will runs away. So Jerry realizes that they have a genius on their hands. We should also say that Will likes to party. And one day he's leaving what I believe is a baseball game where he saw some kids who used to beat him up in kindergarten.
Yeah.
Him and his buddies are driving and they see those guys again. They pull over, get up, and start fighting. But they stay too long. Cops come and arrest him. Jerry goes down to see the manager of the janitorial staff, tells him, hey, I need to find this kid. The guy gives him the number to Will's parole officer. Goes down to the courtroom. Will is arguing his case. Jerry gets him out of prison and says, okay, don't have to go to prison, but there are a couple of rules. You do math problems with me twice a week, and you have to go to therapy. Now, Will is, let's just say, tweaking the therapists who come in to see him. And they're falling for it. They don't want to work with him.
Yep.
So Jerry thinks to himself, he has to go and talk to his buddy Sean, played by Robin Williams.
Yep. And now, he's also a professor too, right?
Yes, but not at MIT.
Okay.
The thing with Sean is that Jerry and him have had a falling out because Jerry knows that Sean is smarter than him, but he looks down on Robin Williams because he didn't really do a lot with his career.
Right.
But he really needs his help with Will.
Yep.
Goes down, explains the situation and how talented Will is. So Robin Williams agrees to work with him. First day, Sean's there. Will comes in, starts looking at the books, makes some unkind comments about this painting that Robin Williams did, and then insults his dead wife's memory. In fairness, Will didn't know that his wife had died. And Robin Williams almost chokes him and says, get out of here.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to put up with you disrespecting my wife.
Right.
Next week, Will comes to therapy. And Robin Williams says, okay, we're going to go down and talk. They go to the bench. And this is the famous bench scene from the movie. A lot of people, including myself, think that this scene probably won Robin Williams the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. And he basically does this brilliant monologue where he says, I'm not going to do the whole thing because Alana would kill me if I did it. Please save my life.
I'm not gonna actually kill you, but I'm gonna tell you to stop it.
Okay. Robin Williams starts off with, that little thing you said about my painting kept me up half the night. And then I realized something. I fell into the deep sleep, and I haven't thought of you since. You're just a kid. You don't know the first thing about life. If I asked you about war, you'd maybe give me a quote from Shakespeare. But you don't know what it's like to hold your dead friend in your arms when he's dying. If I talk to you about love, you could tell me a sonnet. You may have even been late a few times. But you don't know what it's like to be there for somebody and then be there for you. And he goes into this whole thing. And I could tell Alana's already getting annoyed. But it's I love this speech, and I'm not in the minority of that. Most people love it.
It is a very good speech because it really makes you think.
Yes.
It really makes you think about, and I'll give my comments, but it really does make you think.
It does. So he goes off, and we should also say around this time, Will has met this girl named Skylar, played by Minnie Driver. And
she was really good in that.
She's really good in it.
Yeah.
They have good chemistry.
Yeah, I thought she was going to change her accent in this movie, but I love that she didn't.
I do too.
I thought it worked. I think she has a great accent. I love it. Yeah.
And Will is on the fence of whether or not he wants to pursue her. Eventually,
he tries to call her from phone booths.
yeah, and they went out once, but he's not sure if he wants to go after her or not. So eventually he's having a session with Robin Williams, and they start talking about life.
Mm-hmm.
And he mentions Skylar, and Robin Williams is like, maybe you don't want to, maybe she thinks you're perfect, and you don't want to ruin that for her. Or you don't, right now you see her as perfect, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's basically tells him this thing about how you're not perfect, sport, and I'll save you the trouble. This girl you're into, she's not perfect either. The question is whether or not you two are perfect for each other. Oh, that gets me every time.
I know.
Oh.
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he starts pursuing her, and they go out, they have a good time. But Will tells her some lies, mainly that he is the youngest of 13 boys, and that he's super close to his brothers.
And she's saying, do you know all their names?
He proves it that he does.
Yes.
Eventually she meets his friend, and the secret almost comes out. But she kind of knows something's up from what Ben Affleck says about how, hey, you're not going back to his place. It's a one bedroom.
Yeah, it's like, you're not going back to his place. I was like, well, wait a minute, I want to see your brothers. And he's like, no, not tonight.
She still doesn't know the full story.
She still hasn't figured it out yet.
Meanwhile, your man Jerry is having more and more conflicts.
My man Jerry?
Yeah, you dated him before we dated.
What?
Don't worry, babe. I've gotten over it.
I don't know who the guy is. Okay.
They're having a few conflicts, him and Robin Williams, about how to handle Will. Mm-hmm. Because Will is starting to act up. Jerry's gotten him a few meetings with businesses.
And his friend Chuck ends up negotiating for him.
I think so. It's Chuck, or it's the character Matt Damon or Ben Affleck plays. It's not.
It's Chuck.
I thought Chuck was somebody else.
What's it, Chuck? I can't remember. It might have been. I don't know what his name is.
Okay, in any event, the meetings don't go that well. So there's conflict. Goes back to seeing Robin Williams and is having problems with Minnie Driver. Eventually, he confesses to her the truth, and there's this really, I love the scene, but it's very dramatic. The scene where they're in bed together, and she says, "Why don't you come with me to California when I move next week?" Oh, that's such a good scene, but yet such a sad scene.
It's so sad because he starts getting angry and he tells her the real truth, and she's like, "I didn't know," and she's saying, and in the midst of all that, she's like, my father died when I was, I think she said 13, and I inherited this money, and I've been wanting to give it back just to have one more day with him, but I can't give it back.
Well, because at first he's trying to guilt trip her because she's rich and he's poor.
Right. Yeah. And she said, I wanted to give that money back just to have one more day with him, but I can't. And I did deal with, I dealt with it. I had to deal with it.
And when he's talking about having cigarettes put out on him, it gets so dramatic. And she says, "If you tell me you don't love me, I'll never call you again. But I love you." And he's just like, "I don't love you," and he walks out. So he has more.
Yeah, and she's bawling. Mm-hmm. She's just crying ridiculously.
Yep. Yeah. He has more sessions with Robin Williams. Eventually, Robin and Jerry get into a big fight. Will's there for this, and this scene is super dramatic. And Will notices that Sean has his file.
Hold on.
What?
You're missing a part.
Tell me.
You forgot the part where Jerry and Sean are... Did you get to that part where Jerry and Sean are talking about Will and he's standing outside?
Yeah, I just did, but I did it really fast.
Oh my goodness.
Go ahead.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
I just eated it so fast.
You're missing a part that you already talked about.
Bub.
No. So he notices this file and says, "Have you ever seen anything like that before?" Because he's clearly referring to the abuse that's mentioned in the file.
Right.
And Robin Williams says yes, and he also says that I've seen it firsthand with my father, and they start talking about abuse. Mm-hmm. Then he looks at Matt Damon and says, "Listen, son, it's not your fault." And at first Matt Damon's like, "Oh yeah, I know, bro." He's like, "No, it's not your fault." And he just keeps saying it. And Matt Damon just starts bawling.
He completely loses it.
Super powerful scene.
Yep.
Life goes on. They have one more scene together where it looks like Matt Damon is about to take this job. Oh, but before that scene, let me tell one other part of it where he's at a construction site with Ben Affleck,
Mm-hmm.
and he starts saying, I'm not going to take these jobs. I'm going to stay where I'm at now and live in the same neighborhood, and we're going to raise our kids together and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Ben Affleck's like, listen, you're my best friend, so don't take this the wrong way. But if you're still here in 20 years, I'll kill you. And he's like, that's not a threat. I don't mean that to be rude. That's just a promise.
Right.
And it goes into this thing about, do you know what the best part of my day is? It's great that I pick you up in the morning. We have some beers, do work, and go and have fun. But the best part of my day is when I get out of my car to get you in the morning. That 10 seconds from then till I knock on the door, when I think to myself, maybe he's just left and hasn't said anything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so powerful.
Yeah.
So powerful. Okay. Will decides that instead of taking the good job or staying in South Boston, he's going to go to LA to see about a girl. And he leaves a letter in Robin Williams' mailbox. He opens it, reads it, and says to himself, son of a bitch, he stole my line. Closes the door. We hear Elliott Smith, and the movie ends.
Mm-hmm.
This is such a good movie. It says so much about life. I was a little bit concerned because I probably haven't watched it since the early 2000s on whether or not it holds up. It's still as relevant as the first time I saw it, and in some ways even more because I have the life experience to get it on a deeper level,
Mm-hmm.
right? It says so much about talent, about going after what you want, about regrets.
Right.
It's just a great movie. That's my opinion. Babes, what did you think?
I have so many things to say about it.
Go ahead.
And there's so many themes, like how you meet people that are, they're medical geniuses. I mean, not medical geniuses, but they have been, they've had high IQs. But when I was watching this movie, I thought of Little Man Tate.
I did too.
Because Jane Grierson is that doctor that was trying to take these kids and mold them into what she thought they should be molded into. And she takes Fred in, and Fred was so used to his mother that liked to have fun, and he wanted to drink a soda with her on occasion, and Jane was very smart, but she was so emotionally inept. Like, she didn't know how to have fun, and she didn't know how to relate to the kids.
She's a lot like Jerry.
And it reminded me so much about Will and Jerry, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that I really enjoyed Little Man Tate, so this isn't me bad-mouthing it.
Yeah.
Good Will Hunting is a much better movie, but when I rewatched it last night, I thought of the movie Little Man Tate as well.
Yeah, I thought about it. And Fred is kind of like Robin Williams, right? He's a smart kid, but he knows how to have fun. He wants to be a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And even though he hangs out with that older guy, the guy brings him back to reality and says, "You're just a kid, You can't hang around me a lot. You're just a kid. Be a kid." And Fred, even though Fred's a smart kid, he learns how to act his age.
Yes.
And really is emotionally, becomes emotionally more stable. But and I was thinking about different kinds of smarts, right? Book smarts, there's street smarts, there's emotional smartness.
Musical intelligence.
But a person can say, I've got an IQ. I've got an IQ, but they don't know anything about
relationships.
They don't know anything about relationships, or they don't know how to explain stuff because their mind is so filled with knowledge. If that makes any sense.
I would rephrase it and say they focus so much on a different area of their life that sometimes you can be very intelligent but emotionally dumb.
Exactly.
Or not strong in other areas.
Yes.
Yes.
Like they can be smart in the knowledge of, I don't know, history or whatever it is, books, but they don't know how to reason.
Yeah, like Will is really good at knowing math and books, and he develops these friendships, but he's really bad at letting outsiders get close to him.
Yeah, very, very
Like
bad
Skylar.
with emotional intimacy.
Yeah.
Exactly. Very shallow in that area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Isn't that, it's so interesting. It's so interesting. Well, even with people that have autism, right? They have a focus on, I don't know, whether it's higher math or computers, but socially they're awkward.
One of the things I thought about, even when I watched this movie as a teenager, was I wonder how much Ben Affleck and Matt Damon read about autism when they were working on the script.
They read about it?
I wonder that.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because Will, as far as we know, is not autistic.
Mm-hmm.
But it wouldn't surprise me if they did research on autism. Just how this character had emotional issues.
Right.
You know.
And I hope you don't mind me saying this, but it also reminded me of my ex because he claimed that he was a genius and I said, yeah, right, whatever.
Oh.
But emotionally, I mean, he was smart with different things, but emotionally, he had a really hard time with emotional intimacy.
Well, good.
So he would fill the void with other stuff.
Nice.
That's not nice.
I mean, mean.
That's the reason why we broke up, bud.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes. That's one of the biggest reasons why we broke up.
Okay. What else? But this is such a powerful movie.
It is. It really is. I mean, I thought that their script was just brilliant. I wonder how they came up with that.
I don't know. There was rumors when the movie came out that Kevin Smith worked on the movie as a script writer.
Wow.
I don't know if those are true. I know that Kevin Smith has denied that though.
Okay.
Which makes me think that since he's still denying it now, it's probably not the case.
Okay.
Right? Because I don't know if he was close to Ben Affleck, but they worked together on a bunch of stuff. Especially around this time. Like, this movie came out a little bit after Chasing Amy.
Mm-hmm.
I think Chasing Amy came out in April, and this movie came out in December or November of that same year. Right? But who knows? But it's a powerful movie. I have some questions for you.
Okay.
Do you think that Robin Williams should have won the Oscar for this movie?
Yes.
I agree.
I also think that Will should have won an Oscar for. I mean, not Will.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon, yeah.
Yes.
I think that Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, and Robin Williams should have all won Oscars for it.
I guess the only way that could have happened is if Robin Williams won the Best Supporting Actor, which he did, and Matt Damon and Ben Affleck would have won for Best Screenplay. I know they were nominated. I want to say Titanic won, but I could be wrong.
Okay, I don't think I watched the Oscars that year, but I know that the Titanic. I watched the Golden Globes, but I didn't watch the Oscars. I don't think.
That was the last time I watched the Oscars. This film was nominated for Best Picture, and it lost against Titanic.
Wow.
I really think. Listen, if I had my way, Jackie Brown would have won. But the fact is, it wasn't nominated.
Well, Jackie Brown came out in a different year.
No, it didn't. No, it came out just in time. It came out Christmas Day of '97.
Oh, did it? Oh,
yep.
Okay. All right.
But the fact of the matter is, it wasn't nominated for Best Picture. So I think out of all the choices, I believe Good Will Hunting should have won. I almost said Hunting.
Hunting.
Yes. Yes. Do you think that this movie should have won Best Picture at the Oscars that year?
Oh, I don't know, because there's so many good movies that came out that year too.
Titanic won though.
Yeah, I know. But then I have a soft spot in my heart for Titanic. I have a very soft spot in my heart for Titanic, just because that is like the quintessential chick flick, right? I mean, it's more of a chick flick than anything, and you know, a girl loves a good love story, and I think it's because that was a time in my life where I was a junior in high school, and it was a very formative year, and it just reminds me so much of my youth, and I think I just have a bias towards it because of that.
Interesting.
If that makes any sense.
I hear you.
Yeah. That was that was a movie of my high school year, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was willing to sit through it for 3 hours after I've had a medium soda in my system.
You do have to ask yourself, why didn't Kate just move over a little bit so Homeboy could get on the board with her?
Oh my goodness.
It's like, maybe you didn't have to die. But anyways.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Back to Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction comes out in October of 1994 and becomes the highest grossing film in Miramax history, which it holds until Good Will Hunting breaks that record in, I believe, March of 98. It took a while for it to take that record.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe, I could be wrong, but I want to say it's still the highest grossing movie that Miramax ever put out.
Wow.
And when I think of Miramax, I think of the 90s, and the essential films, this is on that list. This is like top 3 essential Miramax movies.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind, it goes Pulp Fiction, Good Will Hunting, and probably Chasing Amy as a quintessential Miramax films.
Oh, wow.
Other people will give you different lists, but that's mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you don't really look at studios the same way I do.
No, I don't.
Yeah. But there's something interesting. I heard an interview with Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, before he was found out, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was talking about the script for Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
Okay. In the middle of the script, there was a portion where Matt Damon and Robin Williams go down on each other, their characters.
Where?
In the middle of the script.
In the middle of the script,
yes.
Really?
So
okay.
He reads it and he goes to talk with Matt Damon about it.
Are you serious?
I am. So let me tell the story.
All right.
And he says, I really love the script, but I'm a little bit confused about this one scene.
Uh-huh.
Walk me through this. And Matt Damon looks at him and he says, well, the reason we put that in there is because it is such a controversial thing. We don't actually want to shoot it, but we wanted to know who actually read the entire script as opposed to just coming in here and saying they loved it.
What?
Yes.
So they wanted to make sure somebody's actually paying attention.
Yeah, so they never intended that part to be shot.
Oh, that is so funny.
Yeah.
That sounds like something a teacher would do, right?
It does.
They put something in there, you put something in the directions, and blah, 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 and then you blah, 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 and, and it's like, oh, wow, this is great. And it's like, did you read the whole thing?
It's a lot like the I Killed John Lennon game.
It's like, did you read the entire thing before you decided to comment on it? That is so funny. Mm-hmm. That sounds like something a teacher would put in the middle of a test.
Yes.
And then they go and say, is this supposed to be on the yeah. That's funny. They wanted to make sure that someone was paying attention. Oh, they've got a sense of humor, I guess.
Now, let's go into a little bit deeper analysis.
Yeah.
What does this film teach us about the folly of youth?
What do you mean by that?
I think of a couple of things.
Okay.
There's obviously the famous bench speech. Where it's like, you're just a kid, you don't know anything.
Right.
But then we could go even further with it, right? We could say, and I'm looking at it through my own purview of having watched it as a young man, mm-hmm. and now watching it as not such a young man.
Well, right? You're not old yet.
But I'm a lot older than I was the first time I saw this movie.
Of course.
And there's the idea that, it's kind of cool that Matt Damon could hang out and have beers with his friends and get into fights when he was in his early 20s.
Right.
But I don't think this character would be doing that now because he's matured. And so what does this film teach us about the folly of youth?
Mm-mm.
What are you getting into over there?
Oh, no, I think I dropped something.
Oh.
Anyway, it's like it's like he hasn't grown up yet. If that makes any sense. Like he hasn't you know how when we've talked about how doctors have said that your brain doesn't stop growing until you're 25.
I think it's 26, but I hear what you're saying.
Or until you're after you're 25, right?
Yeah.
And that part that's supposed to be for reasoning hasn't matured yet. They keep on getting into these weird situations and they haven't learned from it, and it's like they haven't. It's like their brain hasn't graduated from high school yet. If that makes any sense.
I think so. Let me ask you a different question.
All right.
What does this film teach us about reliving the past?
Well, I remember that time when we talked about, well, why do we go back to the past?
Yeah.
Right? And I've been wondering about that too because, you know, like, why do we keep on holding on to the past as positive or as negative as it is? And we just can't move forward. And it could be because of unfinished business or regrets or what have you. And maybe he just doesn't want to, for some reason, he doesn't want to leave it. Or maybe he just wants to do the same thing over again, hoping that it's going to have a different result.
In some ways, I look at...
Oh, I'm just looking for something. Sorry. Go on. What?
I'm just looking for something, Bob. Go on. You may have a podcast you can enjoy. Okay, that'll give me more time to speak, though.
Okay, I'm fine now.
Okay. Moving on. In some ways, I feel that both Will and Sean have the same problem, and that's that they don't know how to move on from their past. Now, it's two different scenarios.
Yeah.
Robin Williams is caught not wanting to move on from the life he had with his ex-wife. Or
his late wife.
His late wife.
Yeah.
Matt Damon is stuck because he doesn't want to leave his friends and he doesn't think that he deserves better based on his experience as a young boy.
Exactly, yeah. I would agree.
In some ways, Matt Damon is good for Robin Williams.
Right.
As well.
Yes.
And we go back to this idea that you hear about in culture all the time. The student teaching the teacher something.
Uh-huh.
What do you think about that? What do you think of this, the teacher learning something from the student?
I think it's a very interesting concept.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they both needed each other at that time, whether they knew it or not. Robin Williams knew that Will really needed his help, but I don't think Will really realized it until towards the end of the sessions.
But I don't think Robin Williams knew how much Will was going to impact his life either.
Oh yeah, that too.
Mm-hmm.
That too. Yeah.
Yes.
But you make a point about how he doesn't want to leave his friends and he doesn't think he has potential because no one believed in him, and he was abandoned when he was a kid, and what else could he do? He didn't have any guidance or direction, and so he turned to crime, and that's what he thought would get him attention. So he used his circumstances to kind of keep him stuck where he is.
What does this movie teach us about going after what we want?
I think, and I know there's no wrong answer to this, but I think that Will needed that push. Whether it was from Jerry, whether it was from Sean, or whether it was from his best friend, I think it was Chuck. I'm not sure. One of them. And say, hey, you should do something and move, leave this place. Do something with your life. I think that he didn't just need that push, but he also needed to realize what potential he really had. Because he was a smart guy. I mean, he was solving people's math problems.
He was a genius at that.
He was solving people's math problems. And even if he wasn't supposed to,
Huh.
you know. And the teacher thought it was graffiti, you know?
Yeah, but in the sense he was supposed to, so he could have this life experience, right?
Right, but he needed to realize that if he was pushed hard enough, maybe that would motivate him to do something with his life, and also that he needed help realizing what potential he had.
In some way,
Mm-hmm.
the answer to this next question is irrelevant.
Okay.
But when Will leaves to California, do you think that he's able to get back with Skylar?
It's possible. It's possible. He does.
Mm-hmm.
Because Skylar said that
She still loved him.
She still loved him, and she realized that he was afraid to tell her because she thought that he was gonna, that she thought that maybe he was thinking that she was gonna hate him because of all that stuff. But she said that she was, she gave me the impression that she was willing to take all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I say it almost doesn't matter because even if he fails at getting her back, there's the experience of just getting out of his environment that I think could be beneficial to Will.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it for all we know, they could get together and end up having, getting married and having children. And if he didn't take that chance, he wouldn't have, and in some ways it's good that we never find out what happens with them, but I would have liked to know. But
yeah, I'm sure in a year or two they'll do like a reboot on Disney Plus, about how, well, you'll get to hear Matt Damon talk about, well, we never found out what happened between Will and Skylar. But until that happens, since they're rebooting everything.
Oh my goodness.
It'll be...
I don't think this should be rebooted.
Yeah, it'll be Good Willie Hunting about their son. Or something weird like that.
Good Willie Hunting Jr.
Yes. Or Good Will Hunting Jr.
Oh.
Yes. But until that
They'll make it into a TV movie or something.
Mm-hmm. Or a limited series.
Oh my goodness.
For Nickelodeon.
Yeah, but in some ways we are left speculating what happens with those two.
Mm-hmm.
And in some ways I'm glad that we don't know. We can just come up with our own conclusions.
Do you think that there's any truth in what Jerry says, not about Will, but about Sean not living up to his full potential?
That's hard to say. I don't know how to answer that. Because I know that Jerry, because Sean was like, I remember you were this awkward person and you blah, 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 blah before you became successful, and now that you're successful, you're looking down on me.
Don't talk to me like this, Jerry. I knew you before you were a math god.
Yeah.
When you were just a pimple-faced little teenager.
Yeah.
Trying to get laid.
All right.
I think I misquoted it.
Probably did.
Oh, that's because I have my Jaylo holding a gun in my head. If I hit you,
I don't even know how to use a gun.
Okay, good. All right, enough of that.
No, because when you start quoting, I have a feeling you're going to quote the entire thing.
I'm not that good with this movie, but I can quote it a lot.
Oh my.
Yes.
Yeah.
What does this movie teach us about how to handle tortured geniuses? If anything.
Well, I think that, and this is just my opinion, I think that eventually they're going to crack. Whether or not they have a breakthrough with Robin Williams, a therapist like Robin Williams, eventually something's going to happen and they're going to crack open, wide open. It's just a matter of finding out what their soft spot is.
But there's different forms of cracking.
There's different forms of cracking.
Right, so you could have it like Will does, where he cries and we assume becomes a better person. Or you could have like what happened with Tesla, where he just loses his mind and castrates himself. Nikola Tesla.
I didn't know about that.
You don't know about Tesla. I would highly recommend you doing some research on Nikola Tesla this week. He was a genius who cracked in a different way.
Oh.
Things did not.
How do you spell his first name?
Nikolai?
Nikolai.
I'm not off the top of my head, but if you just ask Miss A to tell you about Nikolai Tesla, and then you go into Bard and try to find some books on him, you'll find some stuff.
Is that what the cars are named after Tesla?
Yes, the cars are named after him, but he died in, I want to say, the early 40s after a long battle with Thomas Edison.
Ooh.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. But that's a story for another time. So geniuses can crack and get over their stuff,
right,
or just crack and never be the same.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yes.
Very true.
Yes.
Yeah. But I do think that a tortured genius could crack at any time. It's just a matter of time.
Oh.
Yeah. Whether it's a good kind of cracking or a bad one. What is that? For?
I don't know. I like that you get to see Will interact with his friends in this movie.
I like that too.
I thought that was a really cool move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too.
Is there anything else you want to say about this film? Or ask?
What do you think happens to Jerry after this?
I don't know. I think that Jerry and Robin Williams maybe don't become best friends, but they get closer to each other.
Right. Jerry
They're not
and
so
Sean,
distant.
they have an appreciation for each other.
And it's not that they didn't before, but it goes a little bit deeper now. Right?
Yeah.
Like they can actually start to work through a lot of the issues that they've had over the years.
I also like the part before the last session with Sean is over, and Will's like, I don't know what to say, and then Sean said, "You're welcome, Will."
Did he say that?
He said, "You're welcome, Will." Yeah.
Nice.
And I was thinking, oh, maybe he said it because Will doesn't know yet. Maybe Will doesn't know that he was thankful for what Robin Williams did for him.
Yeah. Okay. Here's another question for you.
Oh.
Don't touch my nipples.
No, I wasn't trying to, Bubs. I know where they are.
Okay, good. There's a great scene where they're talking about the baseball game and Robin Williams met his wife, all that kind of stuff. And by the way, before I ask this question, I'm really glad we don't know the answer to it.
Okay.
So this isn't meant to be like when they do the reboot. I really hope they answer this question. Oh, Matt Damon, won't you please answer this one? Right. I like that I don't know.
Yeah.
Robin Williams goes to his friend, puts his ticket on the table, and says, "Sorry, guys, I got to go see about a girl." The question I have about that for you is Jerry in that group of friends?
Mm-hmm.
What do you say yes?
No.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know why he would be.
Because they were close.
Yeah, they were. Maybe he was. I didn't even think about that actually. But I wonder if they had a falling out before that game.
No, their falling out was because Jerry always felt that Robin Williams squandered his genius and didn't do enough with it.
Yeah.
And their falling out happened over time. It wasn't one incident.
Okay.
And it also, Robin Williams didn't like how Jerry became when he became this math phenom, right? Phenom.
Phenom, yeah.
Yes. So that's what happened. It wasn't one thing.
Okay.
Yeah. In my opinion.
Okay.
Yes. Any other stuff you want to say, babes?
No, it's a really deep movie, and go watch it. It's really going to make you think.
What would you give it on a scale from 1 to 10?
I would give it a solid 8.
Would you recommend it to anybody in your own family?
Yes.
What would your elevator pitch be?
Go see a movie about a very tortured genius.
Nice.
Nice. And Robin Williams is great in the movie as well. So.
I wonder what your mom would think about this movie.
I think she'd probably like it.
I think she would too. I don't know why. I just thought about that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, she watches different movies.
Yeah, I think she would like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super. You know what? She's probably already seen it.
She might. I don't know actually.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it with her, so.
Really? powerful. My favorite Robin Williams performance.
Wow.
Yes.
And there's so many.
There's a lot of good ones that you still have not seen.
Right.
Yes. So after we watched Good Will Hunting, a Best Picture, Academy Award Best Picture nominated film.
We watched a film that none of us watched before.
Neither of us, yes.
Neither of us watched before, and it was very confusing.
This was in the Lana pick. I've done some bad ones myself, but this one wasn't the Lana pick.
This is my pick, and I didn't know what to expect. Please don't blame that on me.
Okay.
I really didn't know what to expect because I've never seen it.
No, I mean, I showed you The Man from Earth, so I'm not one to talk.
No, that was bad. Love Actually should have been called Confusion, actually.
Yes.
It was so confusing. We could not... There were so many storylines about love, and some of the people did not end up together.
It was just
very weird.
Weird.
It was so weird.
I was going through some pain. Would you like to give a version of an overview that is incomplete because there's so much to cover?
I'm not going to talk about a lot of things, but I'm going to talk about some of the weird stuff that happened, because there's like several storylines. There's a storyline where this guy's friend gets married. This guy's friend Peter gets married to Juliet, and he's married to her for 2 weeks. His friend kind of hangs out with Juliet, and she's saying, there's something was wrong with the wedding video, right?
The color was off, I think.
The color was off, and and while they're watching the video
that he shot,
he draws more attention to her because it turns out that he's in love with Juliet, and he leaves like this note on Christmas Day outside of the house.
Not exactly. He shows up at the door, and he wrote a note to her, but he holds it up to her to read, and it's on like these cue cards.
It was close.
Okay.
Okay, it wasn't a sign, it was cue cards. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Screw me.
Yes.
Anyway, and she's reading this. She runs outside, kisses him, which was really odd. And then she comes back in and has this big smile on her face. I can't talk.
Yeah.
Has a big smile on her face, and it's implied that she's going to leave her husband the next year.
Even though she's only been with him, married for 2 weeks, and she never really spent time with the best friend until she went over to his house to look at the wedding video.
Yeah, really weird. And then there was another storyline about this little boy who's living with his stepdad because his mother dies, and he's in love with this American girl, and he really wants to impress her, and he's like, wait a minute, I can, she's going to play in this band, she's going to sing in this band, and I really want to impress her, except I don't know how to play an instrument.
So he magically learns how to play the drums in 2 weeks, goes to the performance, does awesome, of course. He's backstage, and the stepdad says, okay, you got to go and talk to her right now and let her know that you love her, even if she's leaving back to America today. So he goes off, and the dad bumps into this lady, and she's like, oh, hi, I know you, blah, blah, blah. And
yeah, that one lady, Carol.
Yeah.
Which is very, very weird.
And then the son comes back, and they're about to leave, and Carol looks at the dad, or stepdad, and is like, I'll make sure to run into you again. They leave. The kid says, I didn't get a chance to tell her. She's going to the airport. And the dad drives him to the airport. Kid sneaks through the terminal, goes up to the girl, then is taken out by security. The little girl comes back out and kisses him.
And I'm like, okay, that's really weird. And
the ending is weird, too, because she's supposed to be moving back to the States. And she's 10. It's not like she's 18.
Right. And I mean, nothing would probably happen with them because they're still young.
Yeah. But magically, she moves back to the UK a month later.
Right. Oh, and instead of them saying, oh yeah,
why don't we just have it to where she's actually gone?
Right. And then, there were some weird ones. There was one storyline with Laura Linney in it, and I didn't understand that one.
I didn't either.
I'm not going to even go into that one.
No.
And there was one with Alan Rickman and Emma Thompson with their kids, and he's having an affair. That one was weird.
That one just didn't make any sense to me.
The one with the rock star was strange because he made this like hit Christmas song and
Yeah, and he's always on TV talking about how kids need to do more drugs, and if the song hits number one, I'm gonna perform it naked.
No, he says don't do that. But if you become a pop star, then I'll give you some.
No. What he says was, kids, don't buy drugs. Become a pop star, and people will give them to you for free.
And he's like, oh yeah, and on New Year's Eve I'm gonna be naked on TV.
No, he says
right?
if my song hits number one, I will perform it naked on TV.
That's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
And then, and then there was one guy, Colin, who told his friend that he wanted to go
to Wisconsin
in America because he was tired of UK girls and he wanted to go out with American girls. And I think his friend was like making some kind of a porno or whatever. It was really weird. He goes to America and goes to this bar and meets like 4 good-looking. Of course, they're all good-looking.
Yeah, they're all like supermodel.
Yeah, they're all good-looking girls, and they are inviting him to stay overnight at their place.
That only has one bed.
I'm like, oh, that's so predictable.
I thought that this was going to be a dream sequence.
Yeah.
I still would have hated it because there's so many other characters to cover.
Yeah.
So I didn't like that part at all.
It was weird.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense to me.
Except for maybe the good-looking girls.
Yeah.
Okay. Which
I did like that.
But they weren't very smarty though.
No. The one plot that I kind of like the thing with the little kid up until the dad takes him to the airport. But the other plot that I kind of liked, but it still had its holes, was Hugh Grant becoming the prime minister and meeting this maid basically and Natalie and falling in love with her.
Yeah, that was a really good plot line.
But it
was still weird.
It got sidetracked because Billy Bob Thornton, who played the U.S. president, was into her too. They go to give a press conference, and Hugh Grant is like tries to act macho in front of Billy Bob Thornton at the press conference.
Yeah. And
then he goes to track her down, and it has that complaint I always make about movies around this time is the scene with the guy singing.
Yeah, I know, and then he runs into the kids, and it's like Christmas Day, and they're like, oh, do you know Christmas carols? And they're like, could you sing them for us? I'm like, oh no, he's gonna sing them for us. And it was very weird.
It was.
And how he was trying to look for Natalie and had to go through several houses, and it was just odd.
Yeah, this movie, there's just too many storylines and too many characters.
Yeah. Hugh Grant had better movies like Notting Hill and About a Boy, and
those are my favorite Hugh Grant movies.
Yeah. It was very weird.
This one is just like, he's good in it. I'll give him that.
He is good in it, and his storyline I think is the best one.
Yes.
Even though Billy Bob Thornton shouldn't have been in there. No. I mean, it was just a very small scene, but yeah, I didn't like the movie.
And the girl who plays Natalie is good in it too.
Yes, she is.
I like this who swears.
Of course you do.
Even though I don't tolerate that stuff.
Oh, whatever. Yes, you do.
I don't.
Listen to past podcasts, folks.
No, but in real life I don't tolerate
whatever.
Whatever.
You're lying now.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, now you're lying, bub.
I would give this movie a 4 out of 10.
I give it about a 5.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why so high?
I don't know. I mean, there were some funny things in it, but bless you.
Thank you.
There wasn't a lot of funny things in it.
No.
5.5. It's not even a 6, okay? And usually, if I didn't like a movie, it would be at least a 6. But this is really bad.
You liked From Dusk Till Dawn more than this movie.
No, I still didn't like From Dusk Till Dawn. Actually, that was worse than this. I still think it's worse than this.
Oh my goodness. Really?
I do. Yes,
really?
I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay, whatever.
I do. No, I'm serious.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion. But some people's opinion is better.
You really have to stop trying to make me like some of the movies that you do, Rogan.
No, I'm just saying.
Uh-huh.
That doesn't make any sense to me, but okay.
Well, it makes sense to me.
Yes. I like this more than August Rush.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't even know how to do character analysis with this movie.
We can't because it's so confusing.
Yeah.
I
And then there's that subtitled love story.
Yeah, and we didn't even understand
it's
that
like
one.
P.S. We're blind. We're not going to cover that.
We're not going to talk about that one. Yeah.
No.
And the British guy was speaking to her in Portuguese,
Yeah.
and he thought that she spoke Spanish. I think it was, and that was a weird scene. I don't understand that.
Why do you think people like this movie?
Maybe because of the idea of love, except it doesn't make any sense. Because some of the people, I don't know. It's just weird. Maybe it's because of the different types of love. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Maybe because there's the word love in the title.
Yeah.
But it should be confusion, actually.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have any more to say about it, babes.
I don't have any more to say. I still say that From Dusk Till Dawn I don't like From Dusk Till Dawn. I think it's worse than this movie, but
I can't even imagine that being the case. It's such an incredible film.
No, it's not.
It is.
Well, if you like gore and blasphemy, that's cool.
Uh-oh.
That's cool for you, but not for me, okay?
Oh, wait, yes. At least it had a storyline.
Well, I'll give it that only.
Yeah.
I'll give it that only, because this one we couldn't even follow it.
I could follow parts of it, but not the entire thing.
But not the whole thing.
No.
It would have been better if it was the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But not even a little bit of that.
Yes. So, I give it a thumbs down.
Thumbs down for me, too.
Yes.
Thumbs down.
Jaylo.
Yes.
What self-love exercises do you plan on doing over the next few days?
I think it's funny that you keep asking me that question because I'm not really into the self-love stuff. But there's a couple of things that need my attention. There's something I need to take care of, a certain purchase that I'm not going to go into.
Yes, and we did not open my present on here yesterday like we said we were going to because we forgot. Yes.
So I got to take care of that, and that's one of the things that has to come to my attention.
Yes.
What about you?
Morning pages, working out, eating better, all that stuff.
Oh, and I'm also planning to give another study next week.
Oh.
So I got to do that too as well.
On the good.
Oh my, why the accent? Why?
I don't know, babes.
Why?
Do you ever think that you just hear it as an accent, but it's me speaking normally?
No.
Okay.
No. It really is a dumb accent that's not even your accent.
Oh. I blame my ma.
Your ma, it was not from the South, Bugs.
My ma was from
Your
the
ma.
My ma. I blame my ma. But anyways.
Your ma wasn't even from the South,
okay?
Oh
my goodness.
She was from up north.
Oh my goodness.
And Hawaii.
Anyways, babes.
And they were off of the mainland, the mainland United States.
They were from the South. They were
Bugs.
Okay, moving on. Did you have any dreams last night?
I did not. I did not, but once I got to sleep, I was really out.
That's good.
Well, until I
woke up.
Until I woke up at 3, and then I went back and fell asleep until 9.
Yes.
Yay.
Very good.
Bubbly.
Yes, babe. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No.
All right, I think we're going to wrap it up.
We are going to be done.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.